With the Dreame H13 Pro, that old joke, if only it could drive itself around the house doesn't sound so crazy anymore. Because this vacuum actually moves on its own. The motorized wheels drive it forward or backward. All you need to do is guide it in the right direction, and you can do that effortlessly with just 2 fingers. On top of that, the Dreame H13 Pro lights up your cleaning path, adjusts suction automatically, washes the roller in hot water, and dries it with warm air. So don't be surprised by the price tag. Is this really the best wet-dry vacuum of this year? Or is it just a clever marketing campaign? Let's break it down and see how good the H13 Pro really is. First off, let's look at what's in the box. We'll dive into the vacuum itself in a bit. There's a docking station that's just as impressive as the vacuum. A D-shaped handle with built-in buttons. A spare roller, identical to the one already installed. A bottle of Dreame's cleaning solution, and what I like to call the James Bond brush. It's got a hidden blade built into the handle. That brush actually has some clever uses you might not expect. It's a handy little tool. And of course, there's a multi-language service and repair manual. Given the price, I would have liked to see some spare filters in the box. The standout spec here is suction power. After cleaning, your floor should be left dry. The Dreame H13 Pro keeps the familiar tubular design the brand is known for. The clean and dirty water tanks are positioned on opposite sides of the cylindrical body. At the back, there's a round display. Below is the cleaning head with the roller. The handle sits on top, attached to the pole. The clean water tank is slim and holds about 0.24 gallons. It has a wide opening, so you can easily fill it straight from the tap. The terminals power the sterilization module. The vacuum cleans with disinfected water. Spilled your pasta on the floor? No big deal. You can scoop it back into your bowl and keep eating. There's an info label under the tank. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read it. The dirty water tank slots in at the front. It's made of 2 parts, a container that holds about 0.18 gallons and a filter block. At the bottom are electrodes that monitor fill level and a mesh tray that catches larger debris. You can remove the tray for easy cleaning. The top section has terminals and filters. The mesh and rubberized HEPA filter can be rinsed under the tap. The motor housing sits behind the Dreame logo. You'll see exhaust vents on both sides. The cleaning head is standard size with a removable guard. Thanks to a narrow latch, the roller reaches close to the wall on both sides. There's only about a 0.2-inch blind zone. You don't have to keep repositioning it near the baseboard like with most competitors. With the Dreame H13 Pro, you can clean in any direction, which is way more convenient. Also, check out the comb at the nozzle. It's designed to remove tangled hair. The roller is dense, medium pile, and really well made. It's hollow inside to fit the rotor. The roller is about 10 inches long. 0.8 inches longer than average. It gets evenly wet through 12 nozzles above the comb. And higher up, 6 LEDs light up your cleaning path. Underneath, everything's familiar. There's a silicone squeegee and support wheels behind the nozzle. You won't have to worry much about hair wrapping around it. The key feature of the cleaning head is those motorized wheels. As you clean, they drive the vacuum forward or back, depending on your movement. It takes almost no effort. You feel less like a powerless maid and more like the master of vacuums. The vacuum weighs about 11 pounds dry, about a pound heavier than most, but it handles like it's feather light. The handle clicks into place as usual. And when you want to take it with you, say to your vacation home, just push a flathead screwdriver into the slot on the back panel and release the latch. That's also where you'll find the speaker and the button to mute voice prompts. The handle is D-shaped. The far button turns the motor on and off. The closer one cycles through modes. There are 4 modes in total. Auto mode, the H13 Pro, adjusts cleaning power based on how dirty the floor is. Then there's turbo mode. That's max wetting and max suction. Even your cat will bolt for another room. Ultra mode. That's where it not only cleans but also disinfects the water as it works. And suction mode. Max suction without water for dry cleaning. The display shows which mode you've picked, system alerts, and battery level. Also, look at the ring around the display. It shows floor cleanliness. Green means it's clean enough for surgery. Orange means your dog just came back from a walk in the rain. Red means it's time to break out the rubber gloves and gas mask. On the back, there's a self-cleaning button. It only works when the vacuum's parked on the dock. The dock has a shaped tray with a recess for the roller. During cleaning, the roller spins on a heated plate that warms the water sprayed into the nozzle. After the rinse, warm air blows over the roller so it dries faster. By the way, this is the first vacuum we've tested with not one but two self-cleaning modes. Quick and deep clean. If you just want to rinse the roller fast and keep cleaning, press the button once. If you want a thorough wash at the end, press it twice. My first impression of the Dreame H13 Pro? Honestly, I'm blown away. You can see and feel how premium this vacuum is. But how does it actually perform? Let's find out as we go through the tests. In turbo mode, it runs for 29 minutes. That's about average. The battery is built in and charging takes 4 hours. But that's more than enough juice for even a large apartment. Mostly you'll use auto mode anyway. That gives you about 37 minutes. Personally, I had plenty of battery life to spare. I cleaned around 860 square feet without rushing and used up 2.5 tanks of water. The leftover water in the third tank goes to self-cleaning. Noise levels are surprisingly low and between 65 and 69 decibels depending on the mode. The motor sounds smooth. It's easy on the ears. Honestly, it's almost musical. And power? It's got plenty. In auto mode, it easily pulls debris from gaps 0.1 inch wide, and in turbo mode, it clears the whole test stand, even a 0.4 inch crevice. Suction-wise, the Dreame H13 Pro holds its own against stick vacuums. That's why you can absolutely use it for dry cleaning too. When things get really messy like in my tests, plan on about 4 passes over open areas and 3 along the edges. No need to angle the head. The roller picks up debris fine even when going straight at it. That's a win. And all the bigger debris ends up in the collection tray. You can dump that into the trash instead of clogging your sink. On carpet, it actually works faster. 3 passes in open areas is usually enough. But along the edges, you'll need more effort and definitely some angled passes, or debris will stick around by the trim. It's got enough suction to clean shag rugs too, at least the surface layer. You can't pull out the stuff buried deep down. You'll need a brush roller for that. After my extreme tests, there was just a bit of hair on the roller and a whole pile of debris stuck in the nozzle. This vacuum isn't made for that level of abuse, of course, but for routine dry cleaning, it's fantastic. Now let's move on to wet cleaning tests. How about liquid spills? The Dreame H13 Pro sucks up spills in 1 pass on auto mode. Coffee, milk, juice, no difference. It's got power to spare. Along the wall, no issues. It leaves only about 0.04 to 0.08 inches uncleaned. The roller gets super close. Fresh ketchup or mayo. 4 passes and the floor shines. Drop an egg? It's sucked up before the roller even gets there. That's serious power in action. It even handled crushed eggshell without a hitch. Spilled noodles and your regular vacuum is MIA? No problem. The Dreame H13 Pro can handle it bit by bit. A few sweeps, and the instant noodle test is done. By the way, the noodle's packed into the debris chamber. Separation works great. In Ultra mode, it cleaned up a coffee spill in just 2 passes, not counting the edges, where I needed a little extra work. It cleared most of the tomato juice after 10 passes, but the stuck-on spots remained even after 20. On that one, the Dreame fell behind its rivals. But it did a pretty quick job on the ketchup. 16 passes versus the usual 35. Still, that's longer than you'd want. Honestly, a mess like that is faster to clean by hand. It cleared dirt in 10 passes without needing a self-clean mid-job. Those 12 nozzles I mentioned earlier do their job rinsing the roller as you go. Overall, the Dreame H13 Pro delivered top-level results. It's the best vacuum I've tested so far for liquid pickup, and one of the best for dirt removal. After cleaning my place, the roller still looked clean. Just some faint gray marks, slightly flattened bristles. A little debris caught above the comb and in the nozzle. Park it on the dock, hit the self-clean button, and no matter what mode you choose, the dock runs the roller for 3 minutes, alternating spin speeds and suction to pull the dirty water into the tank. The only difference is water use. About 3 ounces for quick clean and 5 ounces for deep clean. After a deep clean, the roller fluffed up like new. No hair left in the nozzle or comb. Everything went into the debris tank. Now let's talk extreme messes. After the liquid test, I noticed beige streaks between the nozzle jets. The roller didn't get perfectly clean. Sure, it looked way better, but those streaks were still visible. After the food spill test, the roller felt sticky. Honestly, kind of gross. But 3 minutes later, it was fluffy and felt nice to the touch. A night and day difference. Here's what the roller looked like after the coffee test, and here's how it looked post self-clean. Almost perfect. Heavy staining after the juice test, and here's how it cleaned up. Better, but the bristles stayed discolored. You just can't get that out without a stronger detergent. Same thing after the ketchup test. The roller fluffed up fine, but the stain stayed. After the dirt test, the roller turned dark all over with soil marks across the surface. The self-clean made a big improvement, but for a truly clean roller, you'll need to rinse it in the sink by hand. In the end, I didn't see a major difference in cleaning quality compared to models that don't heat the water. If you're doing routine cleaning, the Dreame H13 Pro will keep itself clean just fine. But when you're dealing with serious messes, you'll still want to wash that roller manually now and then. Time to wrap this up. The Dreame H13 Pro really delivers for the price. The plastic feels premium, the build quality is solid, and the design is thoughtfully done down to the details. It's both quiet and powerful. In suction mode, it digs dirt out of thin rugs, and during wet cleaning, it picks up liquid almost completely dry. The roller stays evenly damp, wipes up light messes fast, and handles even tough dirt impressively well. The self-cleaning function, no complaints at all. If you clean regularly, this vacuum will keep itself in good shape. And if the price doesn't scare you off, go ahead and check that box on your wish list. My cat is so impressed. He guards this vacuum like the Sphinx guards its pyramid. Thanks for watching till the end and for hitting that like button. See you in the next review.